guys, welcome back to another video. It is another review video of the 1 month trial of the raw food that I tried out with the dogs. I just wanted to make an update video on this because it's been 1 month. If you're new to this channel, I'm Alexa and I live with my 2 dogs in a van full time, and I just film about what I discover, the wellness things that I do, and the dog stuff that I do, and obviously stuff with the van. So if you're interested, keep watching. And this video is about what I happened to find out for 1 month doing trials with some different raw food companies, and why I'm sticking with that one now. For now. Right, so we did 1 month, a little bit of backstory. I have a dog that's right in the front right now, but I'm going to put something on the screen right now. He is allergic to quite a lot of things. So he's a white dog, he's quite allergic. Don't know why. I have been experimenting since 3-4 years now. Well, no, that's actually longer. Since I have him basically. It started about just after I got him, so it's about 5 years now. And we discovered quite a bit that he's allergic to all sorts of things. So at the start of when I got those 2 dogs, I was feeding kibble, straight up, no excuses. I didn't know anything about raw food, I didn't know anything about natural treats, I didn't know anything about any of that. So he started getting very sick with kibble feeding. I tried various kibble brands. I tried the cheap ones, I tried the expensive ones. I tried a lot, so nothing worked. And fast forward 3-4 years time, I figured out or learned through natural vets that his gut needs fixing, and then he will be able to eat other meats again. So I tried the exclusion diet and stuck with rabbit and venison. That happened to be skipping the venison at some point because he just couldn't see it anymore, and I wasn't able to fix his gut. And then he was stuck with rabbit for about 3 years now, 2-3 years, but coming to from kibble to raw, stuck with rabbit still. And now fast forward to raw feeding and trying these brands. I tried 2 raw food companies before. I was not happy, absolutely not happy. One of those companies was absolutely mush meat. There was like just porridge. It looked like porridge, and it's just like that's not how I like the consistency of the meat. It should be chunky, it should be biteable. That's what I think should raw meat be like, but that's just my opinion. And fast forward, I say I fed him rabbit over the past winter, and that company I was with the rabbit had consistently rabbit in stock, which is very unusual because rabbit is seasonal. And the rabbit quality got very bad, so much so that the bone content in the rabbit meat was so much that he literally pooed rabbit bones or excess bones, plus when he was eating, his bowl was literally scattered with rabbit bones. And I'm like, that's not good. And he didn't feel good. He had all over the ways poop inconsistencies. I had to buy him psyllium husk to make his stool a bit more consistent. It did not help at all. And after a few months I was just like, okay, that's it now. And that was last month, and that's where we are now at this trial. That's the reason why I needed to try other brands, is because I was sick of feeding this type of rabbit because I could see the quality has gone downhill and he didn't like it anymore, and it was not doing him any good anyway. So I needed to try other brands. So I've gone on research, tried other brands. If you haven't seen the first video of this trial, I'll put the link in the end of the screen and down in the description so you can check it out if you don't know what happened. I found a distributor company that stored that stores over 10 varieties of companies, of raw food companies. And so I chose that company first in order to see which company has the best quality and which company can I go with in order to work or get him more rabbit. And I've seen another company, I don't have this in this stash now, was NutriVolts. I have that in the products as well on my product page for my dog essentials. So NutriVolts is another company that produces rabbit and I think lamb and beef and pork, but I don't want to, I have the website in the product essentials if you want to check them out. So I'd ordered some from NutriVolts and I was absolutely surprised. So that quality meat was absolutely spot on. So he was liking it, he licked the bowl after as well, which he didn't do before, and that was top. That was top notch. So the next thing I tried was Nutriment because of the fish, because this company doesn't do just fish. I think it was either fish and chicken or something else mixed with it. And Nutriment has just fish, and because I couldn't go in the shops and just buy white fish because that is ridiculously expensive, so I went with that Nutriment company and I was super surprised. They were good quality as well. So I went with Nutriment, white fish, just to feed that now and then if he has an upset stomach or whatnot. So NutriVolts for the rabbit, and then this company, Nature Raw, for any variety that you can think of. As you can see, they have quite a few ranges of mixed meat. And at the end I was like, well, because the supplier had no rabbit in stock at the time that I needed to order it, I had to decide I have to go 1 week without rabbit. And that's what I did, and we trialed him on no rabbit meat, just these brands, these types of meat, for 1 week, and he had no problems. The only small problems he had was a couple of mornings when I fed him chicken and fish in the evening. He had an empty stomach and he started vomiting. That's what he usually does when he's empty stomach in the morning. That's the reason why I feed him 3 times a day, so he gets the biggest amount of food in the evening, so it lasts him throughout the night. And that wasn't the case with chicken and fish. So that is a note for me that I can't feed that in the evening because it won't be as much for him to digest for 8-9 hours. So the other thing why he was able to digest those meats, and that's just a note for me that I discovered this morning, is because I fed, in addition to that meat, I fed him Dr. Conor Brady's Gut Regan 12 powder. Let me show you. It's that one. So since he had that with his food every day, about 6 scoops all day in the food, he was able to digest the stuff because there was, in that powder is digestive enzymes, and that's clicked with me this morning because there was an incident this morning that he had colitis, a big colitis flare-up, and he has not had that this whole month, or as long as I fed him this powder. He had not had that at all. And that gave me the thought of, because the powder is now finished since yesterday, that this is probably the reason why he had a colitis flare, because it looks like he cannot live without digestive enzymes. I just have to keep following this and keep making notes on this, because clearly that is the trial not finished with him. I just wanted to make an update video 1 month in on what I discovered with the meats. So he's not finished with the research because I keep having to feed him now meat and see how he reacts without the powder. And for now it doesn't look good, but again, research keeps going on. So they're super fast shipping. They have compostable packaging, Although I have to say, the packaging themselves is not really great for storing because all the packaging is biodegradable or compostable. You can't store it in a fridge like that. You have to put it into another tub. You have to put the meat into another tub in order to be able to store it. That's a little bit of downside for me. So I've started having a organizing storage situation for me. I started using those tubs because I kept them from the other company. So I started using those tubs again and then marked on the top what meat's inside, and just keep putting the meat when I open it in those boxes in the fridge. So that's my storage solution for now. The other point that in those trays in the bottom is a paper strip underneath the meat. It's very irritating for me, I have to say. And every time I try to pick up the meat, the strip comes with it or it rips apart. Then I literally have to take the meat either in a spoon or use my hand to take the strip off, and I don't like that. I don't like to interact with the meat directly. I'd like to prefer to have it in spoons and stuff like that. So these are two little downsides. I don't know how to store these boxes, and the strip in the bottom is just irritating me because it just doesn't work for me. Otherwise, the company is absolutely brilliant. If you want to check them out, it's Nature Raw. They are in my products essentials for the dogs as well. There's a link to them. I'm not affiliated with them. They are a brilliant company, but yeah, it is worth checking out. And they're not even more expensive than the company I ordered from before. So my bill is not going to reach extraordinary amounts of craziness now just because I'm changing the companies. I have the other companies as backup, like the ones with the rabbit and the fish ones, but that's definitely a backup. You need to have a backup if you have raw feeding, because if one thing breaks, you need to have another thing to go to, because otherwise your dogs go hungry. And the other thing is that my dog now, since we took those powders, or bought those powders from Dr. Brady, is that his skin became so much better. His arms and paws are so much better. Like, they have changed over the years. Like when he had those massive allergy problems 2-3 years ago, it was a nightmare. He was nibbling his paws every day. His paws looked like someone ripped fur off him. It was absolutely horrible. And that is completely gone now. He has absolutely super nice paws now. He is still itchy, but I think that's environmental. So I keep washing his paws in the evening with apple cider vinegar and water solution, and he keeps being okay with that. So there's still stuff that I need to do with this dog. Clean his ears once a week. Before it was not possible just once a week. It was literally 3 times a day. That's how crazy infected they were. And now it's just once a week. So since I started feeding those powders and got more and more into his gut healing, this dog has become absolutely amazing health-wise. It's not the best, and I don't think it will ever be the best, but he is in his best state since I have him, I have to say. And the food is a big factor for this, a very big factor. Alongside the powders that fix the gut. So yeah, that's my research for this whole month. I'm just talking about one dog, but the other dog is fine as well. She has mostly no problems, just some stomach rumble sometimes, and I just note that down and then feed less of that, more of the other things. And she is not as troubled as Snoops is, absolutely not. So yeah, that's the result. That's the result of 1 month trial, food trial. And I'm absolutely stoked. I still cannot believe that my dog is eating beef, for example, or chicken, or lamb. A turkey we're not sure with yet, but it looks like it's okay in certain times, weirdly enough. But I just can't believe I'm feeding my dogs different meats. It's been such a long time that he was on this rabbit mono diet only. it was so sad to see that he just didn't enjoy it anymore, and the quality of the meat's gone downhill, and it's just that, yeah, it was troubling. So yeah, I'm very happy that he now has something that he likes to eat and licks the bowl clean, no bones inside, and the quality is good, the company is good to represent, and their values are great. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention that beef is free range and grass fed, and you don't see that with many other companies out there. And that's a big factor for this dog as well, that otherwise he would not be able to eat it. I have tried beef from the supermarket and turkey and chicken from the supermarket, and he is not as well with that as he is with grass fed. Don't ask me why, that's another subject for another video about grass fed versus grain fed. And yeah, so that's my take on this whole situation. It is a thumbs up for all 3 different meat companies. But yeah, that's so far so good to the food trial, and I will keep you updated if we had to buy another powder or if he's fine without it now. But I don't think he will be. That's just my guess. It's just my gut feeling that he won't be fine without the powder. But we'll see. We'll see what the next days bring and see if I have to order more. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you some insights about raw feeding and what you can do for your dogs. If not, let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Obviously, I'm not a nutritionist. It's just all DIY. It's all just my opinion. And like I said, I'm gonna pop the video up now about my start of the trial, and you can check that out now. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.